what's up? It's Jenny. For this video, I was inspired to do a makeup look by this picture right here. I just saw on Pinterest and I thought it was really cute and wanted to do my own take on it. And yeah, we can get right into the video. Alright, we're just gonna start from the very beginning. Honestly, I'm a little bit tired right now, so I'm going to use the Milk Makeup Cooling Water, which is like a depuffing stick. I have been using this for a few days now, and I really like putting this on before I do my makeup. And I honestly think it does give me a little bit of energy. It's just a cooling effect, and I like it, so yeah. I want to cover up my pores just a little bit, so I'm going to start with the e.l.f. Poreless Putty Primer and do that very quickly. I'm also going to use another primer for my foundation to stick better. I'm using the Milk Hydro Grip Primer. I have been using this a few times as well and really like it. If you want to see my full opinion on the Milk makeup products for the very first time, you can check out my video. I can leave a link in the description down below for that. I'm just going to quickly do my base and brows off camera, so I'm going to come back with the eyeshadow makeup look. Okay, I did my base and we can move on to the eye look. I'm using two different eyeshadow palettes for this makeup look. So first is the Makeup Revolution London Roxy palette, and it's a collab palette with a YouTuber named Roxsaurus. And the other palette I'm using is the Tarte High Tides and Good Vibes palette. So first I'm taking a big fluffy brush and dipping into the shade Pumpkin in the Makeup Revolution palette. And I'm going to put that all over my lid with a slight angle out. I really love the shade. I don't know, I was put in a weird mood today because it's raining outside, there's cars driving by, and it's just really calming to listen to. Fall's my favorite season, so I don't know, I really love this color. But we're gonna move on to the next step. I'm gonna put some concealer on the back of my hand, and we're gonna do kind of like a cut crease. I don't know how to explain that. I'm putting on concealer so when I lay down the two other colors, it'll be more vibrant. So I'm just putting some concealer on the back of my hand, and I'm taking a concealer brush. So I'm going to start from the inner corner of my eye and make it maybe 2/3 of the way of my eyelid to lay down the concealer so that the other two colors I'm using will be more vibrant. Alright, next I'm going to dip into the shade Inspire and put that in the middle of my eyelid. I'm using the same brush, by the way. And the next shade I'm using for the inner corner part of my eye is from the Tarte palette, and I'm using the shade Surf's Up. I almost did not say that correctly with all the S's in that sentence. For the inner corner of my eye, I'm using a small circular brush and going into the shade Unicorn in the Makeup Revolution palette. And I'm also going to put that on the bottom part of my eye as well. That's the finished makeup look. It's pretty simple, a blue, pink to orange kind of transition. And I'm going to quickly do the other side off camera as well as put on some mascara. Alright, this is the finished eye makeup look, and we can move on to the cloud part. First I'm going to put on some bronzer to warm up my face just a little bit. For bronzer, I'm just going to use a more natural one, and it's the Milk Makeup Bronzer that I did in that one video again. Alright, for the cloud part of the makeup look, I'm going to lay down a little bit of blush. I'm using the Glossier Cloud Paint in the shade Storm, and put that just right here, right like an angled part of my eye. So I'm just going to put a little bit on the back of my hand. Okay, I'm gonna add a second layer of a more pink shade. So I'm going back into the shade Inspire, the same big fluffy brush I was using for my eyeshadow, and try to blend a little bit out on my cheeks. Okay, on camera it looks very vibrant and I look kind of crazy, but I'm hoping that it'll look better once I put the clouds on. So for me, when I did the clouds, I took the same concealer brush I used for my eyeshadow, and I need to put concealer on the back of my hand again. And I'm just gonna slightly press down the concealer in the shape of the brush and move it down a little bit. So I'm gonna start right here and push down. This is gonna be a three-headed cloud, so I'm gonna put one a little bit lower right next to it. Bring it down and do the same on the other side. So I'm just gonna lightly tap on the bottom of the shape I made and straighten it out like this to make it look more like a cloud. Okay, now I'm gonna add maybe 4 to 5 clouds, each being a different shape, different size. You can just play around with it, and if you mess up, you can always restart. It took me a few tries to get this look, and if you're not great at makeup like I am, I'm still trying to get better. I really love doing it. I think it's relaxing and fun. It just takes some practice. Alright, so here's the clouds on this side. I didn't realize my camera cut off so quickly, but we're going to move on to make it look more like clouds. I forgot to mention that I'm using the James Charles palette for this. I'm taking the shade Flashback, which is just a white shade, so you can use anything there. I'm going to take a bigger circular brush like this and dip into that. And I'm just going to tap this over the clouds to make it white. Alright, there's the clouds, and to add more depth to the clouds, I'm using this C Curve eyeshadow brush and dipping into the shade Pumpkin, which was the orange color I used on the outer corner of my eyes. And I'm just gonna lightly tap this right underneath the clouds to add shadow and more depth. Now I'm taking this Morphe brush. I think it's a blending brush, but honestly I'm not sure. I just want to blend this out a little bit so it's more cohesive. So I'm just going to repeat the process of taking concealer and making random shapes. Alright, we're gonna finish off the makeup look. I wasn't expecting it to turn out like this. I practiced it a few times before filming this video, and you know, I only did like half of my face when practicing, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna make a video about it, and I kind of like it. So we're just gonna add a little bit blush to my nose at the tip. Okay, I decided I wanted to use highlighter from the Emily Moore and Tarte palette. So I'm gonna take a bigger eyeshadow brush and go into the shade Promise Ring on this palette and put a little bit on the tip of my nose and blend it out. I'm also gonna put a little bit on Cupid's bow right here. Alright, I'm having trouble deciding on what lip product to use, so I think I might use two. Let's start with the M Cosmetics lip cushion, which is like a lip tint. Oh my goodness. This is what my lipstick looks like. Don't know what happened there. Alright, I'm just gonna apply a little bit on my lips. Alright, I think I'm gonna go ahead and use two lip colors. The other one I'm using is the Milk Makeup Glow Oil Lip Thing. Okay, honestly, surprised myself with how this makeup look turned out. I think it was fun and cute and, you know, something different to do while we're staying at home. You can recreate this makeup look and I would love to see it. If you do, you can tag me on Instagram. You know, you can put your own twist on it, maybe turning it into a night sky, add some stars, something like that. And if you like this video, give it a thumbs up, let me know how I'm doing, and you can always comment down below for video suggestions about makeup tutorials or makeup products you'd like me to try. If you want to see a new makeup video every Monday, you can subscribe to my channel for more. So thanks so much for watching. See ya!